Question number 1. Now read the question number 1 very clearly. 4 of the following 5 are alike in a certain way and so form a group. Which is the one that does not belong to that group? This question is asked from Central Bank of India Clerical Exam 2009. In forming the questions, I want to tell you, we have taken 2 things into consideration. One is that we have tried to give you as many patterns as possible. The second is that we have tried to give you from the recent exams, practical questions asked from exams, so that will put you into the correct perspective as to the type of questions that may be asked. So this question is asked from Central Bank of India Clerk Exam 2009. What are the items? Diabetes, smallpox, conjunctivitis, chickenpox and plague. What is common among all the 5? All are diseases. Of course, all are diseases. Smallpox is a disease. Conjunctivitis, some may be having some doubt what is conjunctivitis. Conjunctivitis is nothing but red eye. Sometimes the eye gets swollen and red and a kind of liquid oozes out and people say it is called Madras eye. In Bombay they call it Madras eye, in Madras they call it Bombay eye, probably in Delhi they will call it some eye. Whatever it is a red eye. Now if you look at these diseases carefully, what is common in smallpox, conjunctivitis, chickenpox and plague? Conjunctivitis, let us say the red eye, for example. If somebody gets a red eye, people try to avoid him because you may get infected and then you may get the red eye. Therefore, out of these 5 diseases, 4 diseases, namely smallpox, conjunctivitis, chickenpox and plague, they are infectious diseases. What is infectious disease? It can communicate, it is communicable, transmissible from one person to another person. Suppose there is a person with a red eye or conjunctivitis and he is staying with another person in the same room. After 2 days, the other fellow may get conjunctivitis. But on the other hand, what about diabetes? Diabetes is a lifestyle disease. Diabetes does not transmit from one person to another person by touch or by air. Therefore, diabetes is a non-communicable disease or non-infectious disease. It is a lifestyle disease. The way you live, you get diabetes. Therefore, among all the 5, even though all the 5 are diseases, diabetes is not an infectious disease. So, the odd man out is A. Except diabetes, all others are infectious diseases. Now, let us go to the next question. What are the various items? Again, this question is asked in Baroda Rajasthan Gramin Bank Clerk Exam 2010. What are the 5 items? Wood, table, chair, sofa, bench. Now, almost all of them are furniture. Table, chair, sofa. Yes, there is one fellow. Wood. Wood is not a furniture, but if you look carefully, you will find wood is the raw material out of which all the other 4 items are made. Therefore, the odd man here is wood. Wood is the raw material out of which all others are made. This question is a very simple question. It was recently asked in Baroda Rajasthan Gramin Bank Clerk 2010. Now let us go to the next question, question number 3. Here we have a group of objects. What are the objects? Pup, cub, kitten, foal, goat. These are the 5 objects. Now let us look carefully into each of the one. Pup. What is a pup? Pup is the young one of a dog. What is a cub? Cub is the young one of a tiger. Kitten. Kitten is the young one of a cat. Foal, F-O-A-L, the pronunciation is foal. Foal is the young one of a horse. So all the 4 are young ones of some animal. What about goat? Goat is a grown-up animal. Goat is not the young one. What is the young one of your goat called? The young one of your goat is called kid. So, while the first four items, namely pup, cub, kitten, foal, they are the young ones of some animals. Goat is a grown-up animal and therefore goat is the odd man out. Except goat, all others are young ones. Foal is the young one of your horse. The young one of your goat is called kid. Now let us go to the next question, question number 4. In 4, we have got iron, silver, copper, mercury, aluminium. Of course, by a mere glance, you will find that they all are metals. Then which is the odd one out? Let us look carefully. We have got one item called mercury. What is special about mercury? Mercury is the only metal that is in liquid form in room temperature. While all other metals are solids in room temperature, of course all other metals also melt at very high temperatures. But at room temperatures, they don't melt. So mercury is the only metal which is in liquid form. This question is a very simple question. Most of us have studied it in 10th standard or 12th standard, and this was asked in Allahabad Bank PO exam 2009. So for this, the odd man out is option D, mercury, because mercury is the only metal in the liquid form. Let us go to next question, question number 5. This again is asked from Central Bank of India PO 2006. What are the items given? Bus, train, truck, wheel, taxi. By mere reading, you will find something to do with the transportation. Bus, train, truck, taxi. These 4 items are transportation vehicles. What about wheel? Wheel is not a transportation vehicle. Wheel is part of a transportation vehicle. While bus, train, truck and taxi, they are transportation vehicles, wheel is part of a transportation vehicle and therefore obviously wheel is the odd man out. The answer is D, wheel. Except wheel, all others are transport vehicles.